Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be building another card, so I'm going to get started here. I'm going to use a little striped background stamp this is a stamp set from Canvas Corp. It's called Be Beautiful, and I'm just using the stripes. I'm going to kind of use a piece of scratch paper behind my card base to just catch the extra ink that will be falling off the edge of the card. And I'm going to sort of tape off my card front. Now for my ink, I'm going to go with black, and I'm using my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I just want to stamp a striped border along this edge of the card. I'm not too worried about it being perfectly straight because I'm going to be doing some work on a panel that's going to cover it. So for now that looks good. I'm just going to set it aside and let that ink dry. Now for the panel that I'm going to be putting over it, I'm going to emboss it. I picked up this embossing folder on sale at Hobby Lobby. It's by We Are Memory Keepers, and it's a really pretty floral design. So I'm going to stick my card in here and just run it through my Sizzix. And here you can see how pretty that comes out. I just love that floral background. So now I'm going to use the other side of this. I'm going to add a little bit of color over this embossing using some distress inks. I'm using milled lavender, sponge sugar, and squeezed lemonade. So I'm going to start from the bottom and go up. So I'm going to go ahead and start using my milled lavender. Alright, so I'm liking how that looks. I'm going to leave the top white. I just kind of want a gradient of colors. Set these aside. Now I want to make sure my fingers are not inky before I touch my card base, because I don't want to get ink all over it. Because I've done that many times. I'm going to carefully peel off my washi tape and then just fold this over. And you can see here how I'm going to just adhere this over the stripes. I do want it to have a little bit of dimension though, so I'm going to grab some fun foam and cut a piece that will fit on the back of my card. I'm not going to use my straight edge cutter or anything since you're not going to see this. I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball it. Okay. Now to adhere this down, I'm just going to use my Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive. This is just a really great strong adhesive, and it works really great for building your cards and scrapbooking, paper crafting projects. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that on the back of my embossed panel. And then put down a little bit more adhesive on the back. Kind of getting some sticky everywhere. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm just going to try to line this up. There we go. So now you can see it's a little bit of dimension. I picked pink because even if you look from the side, I wanted it to kind of match the color scheme. So now I'm going to put some embellishments and sentiment on there. I took some chipboard pieces from my stash, and they were just sort of a brown, and I didn't want that color. So I went ahead and I painted them with my black high impact paint from Tattered Angels. And I'm going to go just kind of lay it out here before I totally adhere them down. These are stickers, but I'm going to add some more glue to the back of them before I stick them on here permanently, just to make sure that they stay. And then I have a sticker here from Fancy Pants Designs. This is their Atwell collection, and these are their puffy stickers, which are totally adorable, and I've used them on some other projects. So maybe I'll add a link to my other projects so you can see some more of the possibilities with that collection, but I just thought it was really fun. So I'm going to put this little arrow right here. I might add some glue to the back of that too, since I'm trying to stick it on a piece of paper that's embossed. It might not totally stick down as good as I want it to. Now I'm going to grab from my Peonies stamp set just this little sentiment that says you. And I want to, I think I want to stamp that. I'm going to have it go right under the love, but I'm going to stamp it on a piece of paper. Let's see. I'm going to take a little piece of black. I'm just going to cut a little strip. And I want that to go right underneath my sentiment, just like that, I think. But I can tell the blacks aren't really matching, so I think what I want to do is I'm actually going to, well, first of all, I'm going to take care of this little stamp so I don't lose it. And then I'm going to take some of my Tattered Angels paint and just paint over this black cardstock and dry it, because I want the blacks to match. Right now I feel like they're a little bit off. So I'm going to try to find a paintbrush that isn't all crusty. I have a bad habit of using paintbrushes and then putting them back without washing them. So some of them has paint and some of them have glue on them. So I really should just go ahead and wash my paintbrushes when I'm done. Okay, it's a thin layer of paint, so I think it dried pretty quickly. I'm going to get rid of this piece of paper and grab a clean piece of scratch paper, and I want to stamp this little U, and I'm going to emboss it. Well, there's my embossing bag. So I'm going to put some of that down and use some of my Versamark ink. So I want it to go just about there. Stamp that. And then I think I have an embossing color here, and I think it'll match the arrow pretty nicely, so I'm going to use that. Go ahead and melt that embossing powder. I'm just going to, where's my scissors, trim this off a little bit right here. Now I'm going to take some of my glue and just glue down these stickers, just make them stay. Put this here just for kind of a guide, and then start with the E. Now I'm using my Tombow Mono multi-liquid glue. I just really like the really fine tip. It just helps me put the glue exactly where I want it. And then I'm going to add this strip. For this one, I'm going to use my Stamp Runner adhesive. This is really nice because even though my adhesive is kind of wider than the strip, the adhesive only sticks to your paper, so it's not going to have any of that stuff hanging off. Oops. And it is nice because it's repositionable for a little bit. So if you get your positioning wrong, you can move it around until you have it to where you like it before it dries and becomes totally permanent. So I just took and I cut a little banner on the one side there. And now I'm going to line it up and just press it down really good. And I think I'm going to leave it just like this. So it's kind of a really simple card. The background is kind of your focus with the embossing and the different colors and everything. And then it's just a really simple little sentiment. So cute little card you can send someone. Fun making it. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration. And hopefully I will catch you back here for another video sometime in the near future. So thank you for watching. Goodbye!